What do you read, my lord? Words, words, words. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Shakespeare's Words! I'm Melissa Nicholson, Executive Director of Gamut Theater, and today we're going to share with you some of the famous and not so famous words that Shakespeare created. And to make it more interesting, we have some of my Theater Basics students to help us out.
Hi, Miss Melissa.
Hello, Miss Melissa.
Hi, Miss Melissa.
Hello. Hi, Miss Melissa.
Now, keep in mind, my Theater Basics class was working on an adaptation of Little Red Riding Hood when class was canceled due to COVID-19. I have not taught Shakespeare to this particular group of students in any way. They were not allowed to be coached at all by their parents when asked the questions. So I think they're very brave for participating. So let's get started, shall we? My first question is, who or what is a Shakespeare?
It is a drawing.
Shakespeare is not a drawing, Austin, although there are some pretty famous drawings of Shakespeare. For example, this one.
A person that created poems and plays.
That's right, Maddie. Shakespeare was a poet and a playwright. His poems were called sonnets. My next question is, how old is Shakespeare?
I'm guessing a little over 400 years old.
Yes, James. Shakespeare lived over 400 years ago. He was 52 years old when he died and... Wait a minute. I'm 52 years old. Well, while I think about that, you think about, where did Shakespeare live?
In Canada?
In the farmhouse?
Nice guesses. Shakespeare lived in Stratford-upon-Avon in England, not Canada. Although there is a really great Shakespearean theater in Canada called the Stratford Festival. But I digress. So that could be a little confusing. If you visited that festival, you might think Shakespeare is from Canada. Shakespeare was the son of a glove maker, but his mother came from a farming family, so I'm sure she grew up in a farmhouse. So why is Shakespeare so famous?
Because he wrote a lot of plays.
Yep, Isabella, he wrote a lot of plays. I always heard he wrote 37 plays, but some credit him with 38, 39. I even read one that said 41 plays. And if you believe in the conspiracy theories, he wrote 0. But that's a bunch of malarkey. Anyway, the point is, he wrote a lot of plays and sonnets. From the Shakespeare Book of Lists, written by my good friend Michael LaMonaco, Michael tells us, Shakespeare's working vocabulary was huge. He used 27,870 different words. The average person today uses somewhere between 7,500 and 10,000 words. The point is, the man wrote a lot of words. And sometimes the word didn't exist for what he wanted to say, so he made up new words. Some of those words became common everyday words that we still use today. Words like invitation, employment, laughable, compromise. And some words we still use today, but they're a little fancier. Let's see if some of my Theater Basics students know some of these fancy words.
It's a cap that makes you mad. A very mad cap. Without passion. A funny person.
A funny person that does what?
Comedy.
I think it means equivalent because it sort of matches up with the word equivalent.
Scuffle is a tree. A scuffle is a tree.
Phew! Some of those fancy words were hard, am I right? Sometimes Shakespeare put together two words to make up a new word. Now, some words were created by Shakespeare that we don't use in our everyday language, but we should because they are awesome. Words like boggler,
Eyeglasses.
oh, that's a good guess, Annika. But boggler means someone who hesitates, a slowpoke. How about an ADDLE?
ADDLE. Is it a fake portrait of an egg? Because I think it's a fake egg.
A fake egg, maybe.
An egg that's about to hatch?
I think it's a figure of speech.
What do you think an ADDLE is? Is it A, a lopsided egg, B, an egg with two yolks, C, a rotten egg, or D, a person who has bad luck? It's C, a rotten egg. Next, what is a true penny?
A kind of coin? A little small, a medium coin. A penny.
All right, friends at home, what is a true penny? Are the kids right? Is it A, a coin, B, a penny from Shakespeare's time, C, a pig pen, or D, a trusty person? It's D, a trusty person. What is a slugabed? A slugabed.
A villain? A sled for sliding downstairs?
So what is a slugabed? Is it A, a lazy person, B, 3 or more slugs found in the garden, C, a villain, or D, an unmade bed? It's A, a lazy person who doesn't like to get out of bed. What a slugabed. Our last Shakespeare word that hardly anyone uses today, but everyone absolutely should, is FLAPDRAGON. Let's ask the kids.
It is dragon with big wings that flaps the wings. A plant. A square animal with a head and a tail.
I think it's a type of mythical creature that is by Shakespeare.
Here's your last chance to take a guess. The Shakespeare word is flapdragon. Is it A, a mythical creature, B, a flower found only in the fairy kingdom, C, a raisin soaked in brandy and set on fire, or D, a pancake-like bread with peppers in it? The answer is C, a raisin soaked in brandy and set on fire. In Love's Labour's Lost, Custard says, "Thou art easier swallowed than a flapdragon." Try that at your next Thanksgiving dinner. We hope you enjoyed this installment of Learn Something New, and hopefully you will all have a better and bigger vocabulary the next time I see you. As you know, Gamut Theater is closed, and we could really use your help. So if you're in a position to do so and you can make a donation, please visit gamuttheater.org/donate. Again, that's gamuttheater.org/donate. But the best thing you can do is keep sharing our videos, and just remember, we haven't gone away. We're still here, and we can't wait to do plays for you again. In the meantime, we've come up with some new programming that we think is a lot of fun that we hope you take advantage of. We have Once Upon Online parties for kids ages 5 to 9. We have the Gamut Theater Summer Virtual Academy coming up for kids ages 8 to 16, and that has a fabulous faculty, and it's going to be a really fun program. We just had our first meetings with that group, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Also, people can do a Gamut game time with us, where we will visit your happy hour, your graduation, birthday, or special event virtually, and play a whole game show with your group. So all of these things we're doing just to stay connected with all of you and keep afloat until we can tell our classic stories again in new and exciting ways. Once again, I want to thank all of my Theater Basics students that helped with today's episode. Monica, Austin, Charlie, Isabella, James, and Madeline. Thanks, and thanks to my daughter Carolina for filming today. We'll see you next time. Bye.